Thank you for taking the time to watch this video about personal growth, the dynamics of change and attitude and resilience. Humans are the only life on earth that has the capacity to change your course of life. It's interesting. Others do it by instincts and genetic codes. And 2, 4, 6 years from now, you will arrive somewhere. The question is where? The question is very simple. Where will you arrive if you do nothing about it? It will either be a well-designed destination or an undesigned destination. It's up to you. You see, we go in the direction that we face. And the direction, typically, most of the time, determines the destination. Now, you can change destination overnight. You can't do that. But you can change direction in one day. I want to discuss with you practical steps that we could take that will empower you to design a life of positivity. To design a program of essential directives to help you reframe your perspective in order to see yourself and the world in a more positive way. I'd like to help you with a program of specific written exercises, and this will help you establish and maintain your own personal positive bias in every aspect of life. Now, imagine creating a wave of positivity in the world. You must know that it all starts with you. So what is at the core of achieving a good life? A life of success, a life of wealth, a life of greatness. Is it learning how to set goals? Is it learning how to better manage your time? Is it mastering the attributes of leadership? Every day, and in 1,000 different ways, we try to improve ourselves by learning how to do things better. And unequivocally, mind you, the hardest and biggest challenge we face is personal development. How to improve who we are. And if we accept this critical and fundamental change, the first process that we have to speak about is giving ourselves time and notion, give up your old blame list. You see, it's easy and comfortable for everyone, including myself, to blame our shortcomings on the government, negative relatives, the company we work for, the office, the staff, the economy, the interest rates, the government changing, the high prices, and every other imaginable circumstance. But it's quite a transition to change from blaming everyone and everything else to taking responsibility for your life. Here's what I learned once, and it's such a true statement. It's not what happens in the world that determines the major part of your future. Because what happens to us all, undeniably. The key is what you do about it. So to start the process of change, you have to do something different in the next week, in the next month, in the next 60 days, 90 days, whatever it is, and however small the action will be that you'll take, you must start the process and get there. Excuse me. You see, all that you have at this moment, you've attracted by the person that you are today. But if you will change yourself, everything else will change for you. You don't have to change what's outside. All you've got to change is what's inside. Basically, to have more, you simply have to become more. And don't wish it was easier. Wish that you were better. Don't wish for fewer problems. Wish for more skills. Start making these personal changes and it will all change for you. That is the way life of success becomes different. Now you must know and you have to believe that change is an unavoidable aspect of life. Yet its effect can be profound or subtle, depending on how you deal with it. Personal growth begins with accepting that change is unavoidable and that you have to view it as an opportunity rather than a threat. This adjustment, you see, is a viewpoint that will help you not only in the reduction of resisting what's going on, but this cultivation of learning and adapting to an attitude of accepting and avoiding stagnation and being at one level. The ability to adjust to a new situation is critical because it entails being flexible, not just in your plans, but also in your goals. And you also have to be open to new approach and new viewpoints. But personal development is heavily reliant on sharing a new attitude of concept called resilience. It's not only important to respond to those situations as they occur, things that come to you, but you also have to develop your thinking in advance, a good mindset. And this could be a stimulant for growth, while a negative, in this case the opposite, a negative attitude can stifle your progress, your development, your life attitude. Here's another growth mindset process that we think about, and that to look for opportunities for progress. And this will lead eventually to some kind of resilience or tenacity, which is what you need. Frankly, a powerful way to change and grow is to cultivate a promotion in yourself of self-talk technique. You have to put that in your mind, and you have to entail and acquire the confidence and the capacity to rely on yourself rather than someone telling you who you are, this external validation. Self-talk means that you evaluate who you are and you hone on your talents and the things that you can, the potential that God gave you, and you make those judgments based on that. Your ability to succeed will depend on that. And you must know and at all times believe that the way that you speak and the way that you view yourself will affect your attitude. Positive and self-encouraging talk, it will boost your confidence. It will drive your positivity. It will take away all of this negativity and make a new life for you. If you're looking for equities and match, don't curse the only thing that you have. As it said, seed, soil, sunshine, rain, miracles, seasons. This is life. Instead, start thinking about yourself. Start changing the process of evaluating things in a newer way, that the way that you want to go so that you can change your direction. Self-development is the ability to acquire new skills and new information. It will enable you to, at times, to face difficulties and will be independent of the sense of what will happen. It's irrelevant. I've always found that being proactive in making decisions and taking ownership of the things that have happened will be self-reliant promotion. What that means is that if you admit to the mistakes and you learn from them and you're accepting the responsibility for the actions that have happened and make corrections, and the corrections that are needed so that the essential component of what you are doesn't change, accept what happened. By being accountable for your actions, it will not only make you an honest person, but trustworthiness in yourself. If you're not changing the response to the situation and the circumstances that have happened, what makes you think anything is going to change? If you're not being flexible, if you're throwing away your greatest asset as an individual being, as a human being of the right that you have, say, I don't care, I'm just going to be the same, it's not going to get anywhere. See, none of us can completely control the external events. We know that. It happens all the time. But we can always control and adapt our responses. That's in your control. None of us can know which cards fate is going to deal out. We don't know. But we can always control how we play those cards. You have to understand that recognizing failure is a learning opportunity rather than a setback. And it will promote not only resilience, but progress and growth. To make it worthwhile and fully benefit from your personal development, your actions have to be aligned and significant with your goals and your beliefs. In a short period of time, I promise you, you will guarantee that the process of growth and change will be not only satisfying, but it will make your life more fulfilling, more worthy. As someone may say, well then, how will it change my life? The answer is when you change. As a consultant over the last 3 decades, whether I speak to doctors, staff members, my message has always been the same. The only way it gets better for you is when you get better. Better is not something you wish for. Better is something you become. And when your progress is consistent with your personal values and beliefs, it will foster not only a sense of authenticity and contentment, but growth and success. The Gestalt psychologist, I'm sure you've heard of them, gives an example of being self-reliant. They say that you're responsible for getting caught in the rain, which is an interesting concept. They say that by deciding not to carry an umbrella every day, you have made the decision to endure an occasional drenching. What does that mean? Well, by not being prepared, you make the choice of getting caught in some of life's unpleasant circumstances, be it rain, a failure, economic loss, a relationship loss, a professional loss, a personal loss, whatever the case may be. By not being prepared or by not thinking ahead, you've made your choice. But here's the other side. If you increase your chances for success, you will have to increase the likelihood of taking this opportunity when they come your way, of being ready within yourself to take the advantage so that this opportunity came in will help you change things. Years ago, my approach was different. I thought about a better future early on in my career. And in this case, I just thought I could go through it, and this is how I saw things, by hoping, by praying that things would get better. But it's not that. I found that they're not going to change unless I change. It's the same for you. You can't put it in someone else's arms and hope that they will make the change for you. You can't hope that someone else will help you make things better. It's not a bank that's just going to give you a loan. You need to take responsibility. It's investing to know that all life forms are inherently striving towards their maximum potential. All of them, except human beings. And the reason for this is because human beings have been given the dignity of choice. It's only unique to us. And here's the choice. To become part of what you could be, enough to get by, enough to get through, or to become all that you can be, to be on the top. So here's my best advice. Earn all that you can earn. Make all the friends that you can. Read as many books as you can. Develop as many skills as you can. See as many things as you can and as much as possible. Make such that you can give away as much money as possible. Do that. Strive for the maximum. There's no life like it. And you're focused on growth, it's easy to do all that you can. It's easy to succeed. It's easy to have financial freedom. The more you do, the more you get. It's just what it is. Personal development is just that. It's a dynamic and diverse path that necessitates your willingness to adapt and take it to where you need to be. It's a proactive mindset, and it's a dedication. The dedication to your self-improvement. Those who cultivate self-reliance, accept responsibility, and they connect their efforts with meaningful goals, they may come across the difficulty of life at times, but with the resilience and adaptability, they'll embrace the dynamics and they will lead to personal growth. They'll be more rewarding life and more meaningful life. In essence, basically, personal growth is becoming the best version of yourself. And this will be with learning, adaptation, deliberate action, things that you can do. That's what it's all about. And this will change your life. This will change everything about you and what you've got. You just have to be dedicated to it. And you have to start somewhere. And I hope and pray that you do that. God bless you and thank you for taking the time.